Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Babe Ruth Complex. More directly, the Grace Regato softball field. Babe Ruth has done a terrific job. We had heavy rain and lightning, winds and storm, as we've had all through the season, but really heavy the other day, and this field was 6 inches of mud, water all over the place. And the city and the Babe Ruth workers together did a terrific job getting it playable and getting it back in shape. Northeastern Conference softball. This will be Classical taking on Saugus in a big game for both teams. Classical 9-6. A win qualifies them for the state tournament, and they get that out of the way, and they can look for a couple of more wins to improve their seeding. And Saugus looking to get into the tournament themselves. A big game for them. They're 8-8. They're looking to go over 500. They're dead even now. So Saugus, I believe, has 4 games left. They're going to win 2. They'll make it a little bit easier and get a win today. Glasgow would like to make it very easy to get a win today and celebrate a tournament berth. Lynn Tech just did it the other day, going back at least 17 years. Tech split a doubleheader with Mystic Valley, picked up their 9th win, and they're in the state tournament. Nastasia Rowe, the right fielder, leads it off. Pitches down away for a ball. Brooke Warren getting her second start. She's coming off a perfect game. Went 5 innings against arch rival. You're going to pitch a perfect game. You might as well do it against Lynn English. She's pressed to the service. Glasgow's very lucky to have her. Tori Adams, normally the starting pitcher. Up the middle into center field for a base hit. So Rose starts the game with a base hit. Tori Adams pitched an outstanding game against Austin Prep, and she got hit. It actually broke the helmet, they told me, on the head. And she's under concussion protocol, and I talked to her before the game. She said she's hoping she can be back Monday. But the most important part is to get better. There's a lot more softball to be played this year. Diving back at first is Rowe on the throw down by Levitt. Wilkins, the first baseman. So the perfect swing by Warren gets knocked down in the first hitter. Warren pitching from the left side. You remember seeing her when she pitched. We did games for Wyoming. Up and in for a ball. Her father, Chris, is the former very successful coach for this girls' softball team, and had to give it up when he became a vice principal at Glasgow. In for a strike, they throw it down again. It gets away, but not. Rowe can't go anywhere, even though it bounced out in the right field because he was diving back at first base. She's going to take a boatload of dirt back home from the Grace Regato complex off field. Strike 3 call, good pitch. And stealing on the play, they threw it down. Might have had a shot at it, but the throw kind of veered a little bit away towards first base. Rowe steals a base. Warren gets her first strikeout. 1 away for Emma Howard, the center fielder. That one bounces to the backstop, and Rowe's going to wind up at third base. So Saugus 60 feet away from taking a lead here in the first inning. High for a ball. in for a strike. Swing and a miss. So she was behind 2-0. Now she evens the count at 2-2. Another call strike. Good pitch by Warren again. Caitlin Wood, the pitcher, can help herself here. With the runner at third, now 2 outs. Pop foul back and out of play. Swing and a miss. Reaches for that one, just stays alive, got a piece and fouled it off. Hit the shot. Nice job by Brooke Warren. That's a nice play by Becca Walker. So she gives up the base hit. Pass ball, wild pitch, push the runner at third. But she gets 2 strikeouts and the ground out. So Saugus threatens, but they leave the runner at third. Good job by Brooke Warren. The 2 strikeouts gets her started. Caitlin Wood will take the mound for the Saugus Sachems. For Glasgow, it'll be Jonna Calder, the center fielder, leading off. Becca Walker, the shortstop, bats second. The second baseman, Kaylee Merrill, hits third. Batting fourth and catching, Meg Levitt. Number 5 is Maddie Dana, the third baseman. Batting sixth and playing first base, Amanda Wilkins. The designated player, Sierra Collins, hits number 7, hitting for the pitcher, Brooke Warren. The right fielder, Kiara Edmonds, hits number 8, and bringing up the tail end of the batting order in the number 9 spot is the left fielder, Mackenzie Shea. Coach Richard, again, doing a very nice job with Glasgow. She's had some injuries, especially now with Tori Adams. She's lost some tough games. They played one of the better pitchers in the state, Logan McDonald, for Austin Prep, and Glasgow got nipped 2-1. There's been a couple of other those very close games. So Jonna Calder will try to get it started. Up and away for a ball. Way wide for a ball. 2-0. Hit foul past first base. 2-1 the count to the center fielder. Calder leading off the first inning for Glasgow. Hit on the ground to short. She beat it for a base hit. Becca Walker, outstanding offensively and defensively. And she's still young. Tries to bunt and fouls it off. Bunts it down the first base line, and it's foul again. Coach Richard trying to go small ball early. This will take the bunt off with the count 2 strikes. Wide for a ball. Swing and a miss. First out is a strikeout. Gonna bring up Kaylee Merrill, the second baseman, hitting from the left side. Throws right, bats left. Popped up off the catcher. Nice try by DJ Manafo. Sliding, went to her knees, tried to dive and make the catch. They had called her on the move. And luckily she dropped it. It might have turned into a double play. Hit to short. They'll make the play at second. Unassisted for Badansky to shortstop. Meg Levitt, the catcher. Having a good year. She's swinging the bat well. Does a nice job behind the plate, too. Hits it foul off the backstop. Hit off the second baseman's glove. Ferraro stopped her from going in the outfield. That would have put the runner, Merrill, at third, but she gets the second on the base hit by Levitt. Just a little touch to the right side with a lot of spin on it. Maddie Dana has had some big hits, extra base hits the last few games. She's the daughter of the baseball coach at St. Mary's. Up and away for a ball. I think Mary Collins, I believe, is the runner at first base for Meg Levitt. On the corner for a strike. Popped up. Yeah, it's going to go out of play. One ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs, 2 on here in the bottom of the first. That one floated over but low. And we got deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. So we got deuces all over the place here in the bottom of the first. Swing and a miss. So Wood gets 2 strikeouts. She gives up the 2 hits, but she gets 2 strikeouts. So both teams have base runners. Saugus got as far as third. Classical had 2 on. But we're right back where we started. Dead even. Classical nothing, Saugus nothing at the end of the second inning. And the first hitter is DeCenzo, the first baseman. And I have to say, rooting for Classical, but I have a little bit of incentive for DeCenzo. Her first name is Sadie, and that was my mother's name. So I can root a little bit for Sadie DeCenzo, the first baseman for Saugus. Off-speed pitch, good pitch by Brooke Warren. Way out in front, DeCenzo. Chops it to second base, right through the wickets. It took a big hop, then took a very quick hop and went right through the wickets. DeCenzo will reach on the error. So Saugus has the leadoff hitter on for the second inning in a row. This one with the error. Taylor Bodansky, the shortstop, is the hitter. Down and away for a ball. Hit up the middle for a base hit. So an error and a hit put 2 on for the Sachems. DJ Manafo, the catcher, is the hitter. Let's see if Saugus goes small ball. They bunt it foul. Pitch is high for a ball. Nice play by Wilkins, getting to it quickly. Getting it to Merrill, the second baseman. So Manafo does her job, gets the sacrifice down. The play goes 3-4 for the out. So Saugus threatening again, second and third for Madison Niles. She's the designated player, hitting for the left fielder Shaw. Swing and a miss. Chop, foul at home plate. Stays alive. Now is that the players are huge target. Just missed down and away. The 1-2 pitch. Bounces, but nobody's going anywhere. And the count evens at 2. Now this is going to be close to 6 feet tall. She's a big strike zone. Waves at that pitch. That's a big strikeout for Brooke Warren. 2 outs now. Brittany Sedanowicz, the third baseman, is the hitter. Hitting from the left side. Hit foul off the backstop. Merrill squeezed in a little bit, thinking she might try to bunt or slap. Now she moves back a couple of steps after Sedanowicz took a full swing. Hit right back to the pitcher. Warren will make the play. So Warren does the job again. Gets a strikeout and a throwout. Saugus leaves runners at second and third this time, 2-on. The error didn't hurt. You don't want to do it too often. Warren picks up her third strikeout. That was huge. So she comes up big after the sacrifice moved them to second and third. She gets a big strikeout and it takes care of the ball back to the mound and throws the hitter out and leaves the runners stranded at second and third. For Glasgow will be 6, 7, and 8. Amanda Wilkins, Sierra Collins, and Kiara Edmonds. So Classical again has a chance to grab the lead if they can score. They got 2-1 in the first. Wood came up with a big strikeout to get out of it. So both pitches have been tough with runners on base. Amanda Wilkins, she was the right fielder last year. Moved to first base with people graduating and is having a very good year. She's swinging the bat well. Nice to bunt, pops it off the backstop. She plays for her father's team out of Wyoming in that older Little League group. I don't know if she still is eligible for that. I'm not sure what the age limit is for that. Low for a ball. Hit off the backstop. Count goes to 1-2. Chases the pitch up and away and swings right through it. Third strikeout for Wood. Sierra Collins, the designated player hitting for the pitcher Warren, is the hitter. Swings for the pitch for strike one. Down and away for a ball. Hit on the ground. Deep shot. Nice play. Podansky got it. Long throw over to DeCenzo. Collins hit it well. Podansky took it away. Play goes 6-3 for the out. 2 up to now for Kiara Edmonds, the right fielder. In for a strike. Swing and a miss. Quickly, it's 2 strikes. Hit foul out of play, off to the right side. Up and away for a ball. Hit in the center field for a base hit. Solid shot by Edmonds. So 2-out single gives Classical a base runner for Mackenzie Shea. Very good soccer player. Swing and a miss. Tries to bunt and fouls it off. Wide for a ball. I don't know if they thought Edmonds might be going because that looked like a pitch out. Manafo bounced out into the left-hand hitter's batter's box. Nice stop by Manafo on a pitch in the dirt. And we got deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of inning number 2. Up and away. The runner takes off. The throw goes into center field. But she was sliding into second base, so she can't go anywhere. So the payoff pitch up and coming, they had Edmonds on the move. She steals second. And the payoff pitch will be up and coming to Mackenzie Shea. Swing and a miss. So 2 more strikeouts in the inning. She's got 4, Wood does. Classical out-hitting Saugus 3-2. But we're still dead even. Classical nothing, Saugus nothing at the end of 2. Top of the order for Saugus as we start the 3rd inning. Nastasia Rowe led off with a base hit up the middle. In for a strike. She made it all the way around to 3rd in the 1st inning. Warren came up with 2 big strikeouts. Swing and a miss. Chris. Swing and a miss, she gets her. So, beat me once, but don't beat me twice. Nice sequence by Warren. Picks up her 4th strikeout. Alexa Ferraro was called out on strikes and takes the pitch for a strike. Popped up, it's going to go out of play. 1 week from today, we'll be finishing up the baseball softball seasons. It'll be Saturday, the 26th. Nice job by the second baseman. Merrill had to go 3 or 4 steps to her left, fielded it cleanly, made a nice play over to Wilkins. 2 up, 2 down. Saturday night at 6, starting the doubleheader. Sunday at 11, Consolation Championship of the annual Holland Tournament. Long run by everybody that can't get there. First baseman, second baseman, right fielder. Emma Howard was called on strikes her first trip. It'll be English Classical, St. Mary's, and Swampscott, the 4 teams in the Holland Tournament this year. And they're into double digits. I think it's up around 12th, 13th, 14th year. Nice off-speed pitch by Warren. That same weekend on Friday, 4 o'clock and 7 on Friday, 12 and 3 on Saturday. The Clancy tournament's up around a quarter of a century. It's up around 25, 26 years. And that'll be English Classical, St. Mary's, and North Reading. Just missed outside. And we got 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Touches wild again. Boy, that's why you can't call balls and strikes from out here. Because, boy, did that pitch look good.
Go get it, Joe.
Hit to the right fielder. Almost came in too far. Kiera Edmonds at the last minute took a step back, reached over her shoulder and made the play. She almost overran that. But a 1-2-3 inning. First 1-2-3 inning in the ballgame for either pitcher. Brooke Warren gets it in the 3rd. Keeps her streak alive. She's got at least 1 strikeout in each of the 3 innings. She's got 4. She got 2 in the first. And once again, Classical will have a chance to get on the board first. And they'll have the top of the order up as well. Joanna Calder, Becca Walker, Kaylee Merrill, Caitlin Wood will start her 3rd inning of work. She gave up 2 hits in the first, but got 2 big strikeouts. She gave up a 2-out single in the second and got a big strikeout. And she's got 4, 2 in each inning. Warren has been tough when she had to be. A runner at 3rd. Warren got 2 big strikeouts and a ground out to get out of it. 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. She got a strikeout and handled the last one herself on a hit back to the mound. So she's been tough, and then she got a 1-2-3 3rd. Joanna Calder got a base hit her first time up. In for a strike. Hit in the left field for a base hit. She's got her 2nd hit. So 2 out of 3 innings, Classical got the leadoff hitter on. After the single, Becca Walker tried to sacrifice her to second. Wound up striking out swinging as she fouled 2 bunts off. Hits it in the air by the left fielder. Left fielder came on. They're waving the runner around, and she's going to score. Becca Walker kind of golfed that one. The left fielder took a couple of steps, slipped, and went way over her head. Walker gets a double and an RBI. And Classical grabs the lead. Kaylee Merrill off the first baseman's glove. That's an error on the first baseman. That should be an out. Popped up. Bodansky, the shortstop, makes the play. Meg Levitt got a base hit. See, a little punch that was knocked down by the second baseman between first and second. The infield hit gave him 2 base runs in the first inning, but then Wood got a big strikeout to get out of it. Hit foul. Out of play. The 1-1 pitch up and coming. Lines it foul, slices it way down the first base line. Actually hit the top of the fence out in right field in foul territory. 1-2 the count. Punches it right to the third baseman. Becca dove back at second. They weren't going to make a play on her. Levitt got that down the bottom of the bat. Didn't get all of it. Hit it right at the third baseman for the second out. Maddie Dana was a strikeout victim her first trip. On the corner for a strike. Down and away for a ball. Up and away for a ball. Hit hard on the ground.
Oh, no,
Safe. She was off the bag at first base. That came up on Bodansky right in her midsection. She fumbled a little bit, made a good strong throw, and the first baseman was off the bag and couldn't find it to get back. So the error on the first baseman, that's her second in the inning. So it extends the inning for Amanda Wilkins. First and third. Hits the first pitch and pops it up. In back of first base, the second baseman, Ferraro, calls up the first baseman and makes the play. But Klasko gets on the board. A leadoff single by Calder, her second hit. Walker with the big double, knocking in the run. And Klasko has grabbed a 1-0 lead over Saugus at the end of 3. 4, 5, and 6 for Saugus as we start the 4th inning. Hit right back to the mound. Nice job by Warren helping herself. A quick out, 1 pitch. Her second assist. Sadie DeCenzo reached on an error. Made it as far as third base. Wide for a ball. Went after that pitch and golfed it. That was down around her shoe tops.
Here we go, 2.
Down and away for a ball. foul again off to the right side. Gentleman over there with walking his dog. His dog is getting a good exercise. They're chasing the foul balls. Dog is out in front. Hit off the glove of Walker in the center field for a base hit. So a one-out single puts DeCenzo at first base. Taylor Bodansky got a base hit. She drilled it right up the middle. We might be going to have a pinch runner, I think, at first base. Kirby Dalton will be the runner. Swing and a miss. They throw it down, diving back as Dalton. Saugus got Kirby Dalton and Kylie Dalton. I'm going to go on the limb and say they're sisters. Nice pitch on the corner for a strike. High for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Off the shortstop. That looked like it might be a double play, at least a force out. Instead, Saugus has 2 on. So they had an error and a hit in the second, put 2 on. Now they get a hit and an error to put 2 on. TJ Manafo laid down a perfect sacrifice to move the runners up in the second inning. So she hasn't officially been up yet. Foul ball. She got all of that one and ripped it, and it went foul. Saugus fans started to cheer. Glasgow fans started to moan a little bit. And it reversed quickly when the umpire said foul ball. She got all of that one, but got too far out in front of it. High for a ball. So Glasgow leading 1-0, but Saugus has 2 on with a hit and an error. Hit the shot. Walker makes the play. They get the lead runner. Madison now struck out swinging. So Walker shook off the misplay and made a nice play, throwing the runner out at third. Hit up the middle. Safe at the plate. A big 2-out hit by Madison Niles. Ties the game up. So 2 outs. 2-out Lightning. Madison Niles, who struck out swinging her first trip, jumped on the first pitch and drilled it into center field. And the wheels turning on both sides. Saugus talking to base runner's hitter. Glasgow talking to infielder's defense pitcher. Brittany Sedanowitz bounced to Brooke Warren. So the error hurt. They'd have been out of the inning. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss again. Nice play by Merrill, the second baseman. She could have stepped on second. She threw the ball to first. It looked like it might be a base hit. Merrill went to her right, made the nice play. But the error hurt. It gave Saugus the base runner, and they wound up scoring the run to tie the ball game up. That was the first inning that Brooke Warren didn't get a strikeout. And we're moving to the bottom half of the fourth with a tie game, 1-1. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 for Glasgow. Sierra Collins, Kiara Edmonds, Mackenzie Shea to face Caitlin Wood, who's back in the game, tied at 1. Northeastern Conference softball. Big one for both teams. We mentioned early, Glasgow with a win qualifies for the tournament, and they can move on to try and win some more games and improve their seeding. Saugus trying to go over 500. They're 8-8 and get a little closer within the game themselves of qualifying for the state tournament. But again, the weather is unbelievable. Cool, damp, overcast. They predicted rain for most of the day. And they said it would be starting early. I was kind of shocked to even get to play because if it sprinkles on this field, it gets underwater. So Wood will start her fourth inning of work. Hit right to the second baseman. Nice play by Farrell. Should have go a step to her left. Collins hit it well. Alexa Ferraro took it away. One pitch, one out. We've had a few of those. Carrie Edmonds got a base hit and stole a base. That came with 2 outs in the third inning. Down and away for a ball. On the corner for a strike. Foul back out of play. And the count goes 1-2. Hit the second base. They better hurry. They don't get her. She beat it. Ferraro had to go 3 or 4 steps to her right, then had to straighten up to make the throw. Edmonds beat it for her second hit. Mackenzie Shea will be the hitter. Let's see if they try to have her steal second or bunt her over. Popped up behind home plate off the backstop. Popped up again off the backstop. So if they're going to get Edmonds there, she may have to steal second. She did it before. He thought she was going. They threw a pitch out. Manafo bounced way outside to get that pitch, thinking that Edmonds might be going. Swing and a miss. So you would think they would try to get Edmonds to second base now, because if she gets there, called as a hitter, could bring her in. If she doesn't get there, if she's thrown out, you get the top of the order in the 5th inning. Hit foul out of play.
Come on, Lynn.
She tried a bunt to get on and fouls it off. Called a single in the 1st, singled in the 3rd, and scored the 1 run on the big double by Walker, who's on deck. So Calder would like to get on and give Walker a shot. Chased that pitch that was down and away. So Wood gets back in a groove. She gets back. She had 2 strikeouts in the 1st and 2nd. Didn't get one in the 3rd. Winds up with 2 in the 4th. Classical leaves a base runner. We played 4. And we're right back where we started, dead even. Classical 1, Saugus 1 at the end of 4.
Come on, 2.
For the 3rd time in 5 innings, Saugus has the leadoff hitter on. So 1, 2, 3. Rowe is singled and struck out. Takes the pitch for a strike on the corner. Tried to bunt that one. That was way out of the strike zone. The count goes 1 and 2. Popped up. Wilkins had it and dropped it. So an error on the play would have been an out. Swing and a miss. She gets her anyway. Brooke Lawrence says, "I'll do it myself." Alexa Ferraro was struck out and grounded to second. Popped out of play behind home plate. Every once in a while, it seems like it's a little bit warm, and then the breeze comes back, but it's overcast and you still have to dress like it's winter. Hit into center field for a base hit. Emma Howard, the center fielder, struck out and flied to right field. Strikeout was a called 3rd strike in the 1st inning. Popped up. It drops in for a base hit just inside the right field line. So again, Saugus has 2 on with 1 out. Caitlin Wood, the pitcher, can help herself.
Good stick here, 2.
I think we're going to have a pinch runner for Saugus. They're going to run for Ferraro at second base. Gabby Charette. Hit foul out of play. Wood has grounded a shot and bounced to the pitcher. Just got a piece of it with the top of the bat and fouled it off, and it's 0-2. Wide for a ball. Good waste pitch by Warren, trying to get Wood to chase. She laid off. One, two, the count. Popped up. Long run for the right fielder. Nice job. Kiera Edmonds, long run, made the basket catch. That's a nice play. That's a big out. Sadie DeCenzo reached on an error and singled. In for a strike.
Hey, hot up the middle last time.
Up and away for a ball. Line shot, foul. She sliced it down the right side. Hit it hard, sliced it foul. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Good job. 2 strikeouts in the inning. So both pitchers have gone 1 inning without a strikeout. They both got back in their groove. Saugus threatens. They get 2 hits with 1 out. Warren comes up with a big strikeout to end it. There was an error when Wilkins dropped that pop-up at first base. It didn't hurt because she came back and got a strikeout. So Classical in the bottom of the 5th. I'm not sure what the school function was at Breed, but there's a whole bunch of students coming out of Breed Middle School. Becca Walker, Kaylee Merrill, Meg Levitt, 2, 3, and 4 for the Lady Rams as we're getting deeper in the game. Bottom of the 5th, with the score tied at 1. Classical got a run in the 3rd. Calder got a base hit, scored on Walker's double. An error helped extend the inning for Saugus, and Madison Niles, the number 8 hitter, got a big 2-out single to knock in the run to tie it.
Hey, Becca, start it off, kid.
Becca Walker struck out swinging and got the big double, knocking in the run. Looking to get it started for the Lady Rams. In for a strike. Hit solid over the center fielder's head, back to the fence. Walker in the second with her second double. She got all of that one. Kaylee Merrill, let's see if they try to bunt to the 3rd or if they go for an inning. outfielders reached center fielder's choice and popped to the shortstop. Both times she went to short. Hit in the right center field for a base hit. Around second, going to head for third. She's going to be in with a triple. Back-to-back extra base hits. Glasgow gets the lead back, and they're threatening for more. Meg Levitt has singled and hit a soft line drive to the third baseman. Lines it to right field by the right fielder. Around second, third consecutive extra base hit, a double, 2 triples. Lightning striking for Glasgow. Walker with the second double, back-to-back triples by Merrill and Levitt. And all of a sudden it's 3-1. And Glasgow's looking for more with nobody out and the runner at third. As we have a confab on the mound, that gives Coach Richard a chance to talk to her hitter. Tanner struck out and reached on an error. Pop foul back and out of play. Glasgow jumping all over Saugus here in the 5th inning. Double, triple, triple. Down and in for a ball. Wide for a ball. Glasgow fans have come to life in this inning with the barrage by the Rams. Hit foul off to the right side, out of play. Hit foul to the on-deck hitter. Hit high in the air. This should be deep enough. They tag up, and they'll score. So Dana gets it done. Three runs in. Amanda Wilkins struck out and popped to the second baseman. Up and away for a ball. Swing and a miss. Down and in for a ball. 2 on the count. Line to the right center field. That's going to be another extra base hit. Wilkins in with a double. 2 doubles, 2 triples, and a sacrifice fly. Dana hit the ball well. She just got under enough to lift it to the center fielder rather than drive it. But she got the job done with the sacrifice fly. Wilkins keeps it going with a double. Sierra Collins is grounded to short, grounded to second. Hits it past first base, foul. 4 extra base hits in the inning. Way up and away for a ball. Chase that pitch on the outside part of the plate. And it's 1-2. Call third strike. Change up. Kind of had Collins tied up. Two away. Kiara Edmonds is single twice. She'd like to make it 3 for 3. On the corner for a strike. Where the breeze picks up, it gets cold again here at the ballpark. And we're almost in June. Absolutely amazing. On the corner again. Wide for a ball. Chases the pitch again for strike 3, so 2 more strikeouts. 4 of the 5 innings. Wood has got 2 strikeouts, but the damage is done. 2 doubles, 2 triples, a sacrifice fly. Classical puts 3 on the board. They break that 1-1 tie. At the end of 5, it's Classical 4, Saugus 1. 6, 7, and 8 for Saugus as we start the 6th inning. Taylor Badansky, the shortstop, is singled, reached on an error, and that proved big because he scored the 1 run that Saugus has. So Warren again will start an inning with a lead. This time a little more than that skinny one she had before. In for a strike. High for a ball. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 call. She looked at that pitch right down the pipe.
Yes, Brad.
6 strikeouts for Brooke Warren. DJ Monroe sacrificed the first time and reached center field his choice the last time. She hits to the shortstop, and they made the play at third base for the force out. And I think this is Jessica Carter who's hitting for Manafo. Up and in for a ball. In for a strike. Pop back foul and out of play. High for a ball. Count evens at 2. Hit into center field, long run. Calder gets there and makes the play. She's going to go several steps into right center field. Made the nice little basket catch. Good, nice running play by Calder. 2 outs in the 6th. Madison Niles got the big 2-out hit for Saugus, knocked in their run. Wide for a ball.
Ready to move to your left.
Walker stays with it and throws her out. Second 1-2-3 inning for Brooke Warren. It comes in the 6th, so Saugus is down to their last 3 outs. That 3-run explosion in the 5th is the difference. Glasgow will have 9, 1, and 2 in the 6th with that 4-1 lead. I noticed there's more goings on at Breed Middle School as I look across behind home plate. There's handicapped vans coming in, a lot of wheelchair people. I don't know what kind of event they have there. They had a bundle of kids came pouring out a while ago. Now there's some adults and wheelchair disabled people going in, so I'm not sure what kind of event they're having at Breed, but nice to see they're using the facility and getting people out and about. So Glasgow's 3 outs away from qualifying for the state tournament again. That little eruption in the 5th. Walker double, Merrill triple, Levitt tripled. Sacrifice fly by Dan, a double by Wilkins. All of a sudden that 1-1 tie was broken. Glasgow had a 4-1 lead, and that's where we are. Mackenzie Shea is the hitter. She has struck out swinging twice. Nice the bunt, pops it up. And there is Caitlin Wood helping herself, picking off the pop-up. One away in the 6th. Jonna Calder a single twice. Last time up, she struck out. She's also scored a run. Hit off the pitcher's glove. That'll be her 3rd hit. Glasgow's in double digits in hits. They've got 11 hits. They finally put 3 of them back to back to get 3 runs along with the sacrifice fly. They've been leaving base runners on base. Becca Walker, they got her the first time. She struck out swinging. Last 2 times, she doubled in a run, doubled and started that 3-run uprising and scored the first run. So she's 2 for 3 with 2 doubles, an RBI, and a run scored. She's half the offense. Lines it to right field. By the right fielder, she's got another extra base hit. They're waving the runner home. Walker's got a triple. Her second RBI. Calder scores her second run. She came around from first on Walker's double. Now she comes around on Walker's triple. Glasgow gives Brooke Warren an extra run to work with, looking for more. They try to squeeze, and they pop it up. Merrill popped it up to the pitcher, her second pick of bunts here in the inning. Meg Levitt singled, hit a little soft line drive to the third baseman, tripled in a run and scored a run. So she's 2 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. Line to right field, right at the right field. They can't hit much better than that. But Glasgow, as I mentioned, gives Brooke Warren an extra run to work with. The 1-out single by Calder, followed by a third extra base hit by Becca Walker. Glasgow puts another on the board. It's now 5-1. Glasgow with the 7th inning coming up. 3 outs away from Glasgow getting into the state tournament. 9-1-2.
9-1-2, go get him, Brookie.
Kaylin Wood, gave up the 5 hits. They were all earned. 12 base hits. Didn't walk a batter. Struck out 8. It was either a feast or a famine for strikeouts. In her 6 innings of work, 4 innings, she got 2 strikeouts. The other 2 innings, she got none. A couple of errors by Saugus didn't hurt. Lined into left center field for a base hit. Leah Ventry, the pinch hitter. Batting for Niles, gets the base hit. Top of the order. Rolled the right fielder, is singled, struck out the last 2 times. They almost threw her out at first base.
Come on, Joe, come on, Joe.
Swing and a miss. Chase the high fastball. Nastasia Rowe is the right fielder. She was one had to chase those triples and doubles to right field that Glasgow got in the 5th inning. And the one by Walker in the 6th inning. Down and away for a ball. 2-2 the count. Hit foul off the backstop. The count stays 2-2. Try to change up, stayed high for a ball. Wood hung tough, gave up the 1 run through 4, but then Glasgow got those 3 consecutive extra base hits with the sacrifice fly. Hit in the right field for a base hit. Saugus not going easy. That brings Coach Richard out of the dugout. We haven't talked about it, but you look at Brooke Warren on the mound, getting her feet wet this year, her first year of varsity softball, and she's doing a nice job. And most teams, you look, they pray that they have one good pitcher because pitching is an art, and a lot of people aren't spending the time and effort and energy to be a fast pitch pitcher. So when you have a team that has two that can throw the ball, that's a big added plus for coaches. Popped up. Wow, she almost overran it again. You wonder why coaches get gray hair. She went back, reached over her shoulder, and just picked that one. Coach Richard breathed a little sigh of relief on that catch. Emma Howard has struck out, flied out, and singled.
Donna, just be ready to hop to the left. Nothing drop. Got her.
Almost got her again at first base. Hit the center field. Calder was there. Just about in her steps. 1 out away from state tournament. Caitlin Wood, the pitcher, has grounded out to short, grounded to the pitcher, and flied to right.
All right, go get the third here.
Just got a piece and fouled it back. A little late swing. Just missed low for a ball. 1-1. High for a ball. I repeat, you can't call balls and strikes from out here because if I was calling balls and strikes, that looked like it was right at the letters. High and tight, that's the first walk given up by either pitcher. And that loads the bases. And that's significant because it brings the tying run to home plate. And we'll have a pinch runner at first.
Hey, she's been hot up the middle today. He's ready.
DeCenzo reached on an error, singled, last time up, struck out swinging.
Nothing drop. Here we go.
She's the tying run at home plate. In for a strike.
Working hard. Brookie, go get it, too.
Kylie Dalton, the other half of the Dalton family, is running at first base. Throw to third, getting back. Count is even at 1.
Go get it.
Hit in the air to right field. Right there, making the play. Kiara Edmonds, and Classical is officially in the state tournament.
Bye, Mr. Hoffman.
So she gives up 7 base hits, walks 1, strikes out 6. She scattered those hits. She gave up 2 in the 5th, got out of it. Gave up 2 in a walk in the 7th, got out of it. An error and a hit in the 2nd, got a big strikeout. The 1 inning they heard her was the 4th, and it was an error that cost her. 1 run was unearned. Saugus battled right to the end. They loaded the bases. They had the tying run home plate. Warren bears down and gets the fly out to right field to get out of it. The 1 run, a 2-out hit by Madison Niles after an error, tied the game at 1 after Classical had grabbed the lead, called a single, Walker doubled, and it was 1-1 after Niles' 2-out hit. And then the 5th inning was big for Classical. Walker got her second double, scored on Merrill's triple. Merrill scored on Levitt's triple. Levitt scored on Dana's sacrifice fly. The 3 runs made it 4-1. Calder got her 3rd hit with an out in the 6th. Walker got her 3rd extra base hit, a triple, knocking in the run to make it 5. And then a little hairy in the 7th with back-to-back hits. 2 fly balls, but then the walk extended the inning, brought the tying run to home plate, and the fly ball to right field ended it. And Classical is officially in the tournament. They go to 10-6. Saugus now has to win 2 of their last 3 as they drop now to 8-9. And just as we stop, the rain starts to come. For Classical, Calder had 3 base hits, scored twice. Walker had 2 doubles and a triple, scored 1, knocked in 2. Merrill had a triple, knocking in a run. Levitt had a single, a triple, knocked in a run, scored a run. Merrill also scored a run. Dana had a sacrifice fly for an RBI. Wilkins had a double. Edmonds had a base hit. Good all-around game for Classical. That big 5th inning got it done. They pick up their 10th win. They're officially in the state tournament. They go to 10-6. Saugus will drop to 8-9. As I mentioned, they got to win 2 out of 3. The big 5th inning does it. Classical wins it 5-1, over Saugus for their 10th win. Congratulations to Coach Richard and the Rams for qualifying yet again for the state tournament. Now they're trying to win some more games to improve their seeding. So 5-1, the final score, Classical over Saugus. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.